Welcome you all for the concrete technology session. So today's class will see another special type of a concrete called as a fiber reinforced concrete. In the previous class we studied about the self-compacting concrete. So today's class will study about the one more type of a concrete called as a fiber reinforced concrete. So what is this fiber reinforced concrete? The plain concrete possesses a very low tensile strength, limited ductility and little resistance to cracking. Internal microcracks are inherently present in the concrete and its poor tensile strength is due to the propagation of such a microcracks, eventually leading to the brittle fracture of the concrete. So as you know, the normal concrete which we are preparing, that is conventional concrete, which is low in tensile strength. What is the tensile strength? Tensile strength is defined as a maximum strength sustained by material when it is stretched. Okay, so when you are stretching that material, so what is the amount of the strength it is can sustain, that is called as a tensile strength. So we say that the concrete is weak in tension, so it has a low tensile strength and limited ductility and little resistance to cracking, and internal microcracks are inherently present in the concrete and its poor tensile strength is due to the propagation of such a microcracks, eventually leading to the brittle fracture of the concrete. So in the past, attempts have made to impart improvement in tensile properties of a concrete members, means the concrete which can withstand the higher stretching stress. So that type of inventions are started. So when that type of inventions are started, they used steel bars and also some of the fibers. Then they find the fiber reinforced concrete. So from this we can define the fiber reinforced concrete as a composite material consisting of a mixture of cement, mortar, concrete and discrete uniformly dispersed suitable fibers. Continuous meshes, woven fabrics and long wires or rods are not considered to be discrete fibers. Okay, only what are the material which are considered discrete uniformly dispersed suitable materials. So what are the different type of fibers can be used in a concrete with the cement, sand and the cement, sand and the water? What we can use the steel fibers, polypropylene, nylons, asbestos, coir, glass and the carbon. So fiber is a small piece of reinforcing material possessing a certain characteristics properties. They can be circular or a flat. The fiber is often described by a convenient parameter called as a aspect ratio. That is height to width ratio is called as a aspect ratio. The aspect ratio of the fiber is the length to its diameter. Okay, so what is the length and what is the diameter if it is a circular? Typical aspect ratio ranges from 30 to 150. So these are the characteristics of a fiber which are used in fiber reinforced concrete. So as we are using the steel fibers, so we'll see what are the characteristics of that steel fiber. Steel fiber is one of the most commonly used fiber. Generally, round fibers are used. The diameter may vary from 0.25 to 0.75 mm. Okay, the round fibers which are having a diameter of 0.25 to 0.75 mm are used. The steel fiber is likely to get rusted and lose some of its strength, but investigation have shown that rusting of the fibers takes place only at the surface. Use of steel fiber makes a significant improvement in the flexible, impact and fatigue strength of a concrete. After introducing the steel in a concrete, they have studied the flexural, impact and the fatigue strength of a concrete, but they found improvements. It has been extensively used in a various type of structures, particularly for overlays of roads, airfield pavements and bridge decks. So where the concrete fibers are used, roads, airfield pavements and bridge decks. Thin shells and plates have also been constructed using the steel fibers. Polypropylene and nylon fibers, the next fiber. After the steel fiber, it is the next fiber, that is polypropylene and nylon fibers found to be suitable to increase the impact strength. The impact strength is sudden, to check the toughness of a concrete. Okay, if you sudden load is applied, what is the impact, that should be studied. So for that we found polypropylene and nylon fibers are introduced. They possess a very high tensile strength but low modulus of elasticity, and higher elongation do not contribute to the flexural strength. They achieve the good tensile strength but low modulus of elasticity and higher elongation do not contribute to the flexural strength. Asbestos is a mineral fiber and has proved to be most successful of fibers as it can be mixed with a Portland cement. Tensile strength of asbestos varies between 560 to 980 Newton per mm square. The composite product called asbestos cement has considerably high flexural strength than the Portland cement paste. For unimportant fiber concrete, organic fiber like coir, jute, can splits are also used. Glass fiber is a next one more fiber is glass fiber is a recent introduction in making the fiber concrete. It has a very high tensile strength about 1020 to 4080 Newton per mm square. Glass fiber, which is originally used in conjunction with the cement, was found to be affected by alkaline condition of the cement. Therefore, alkali resistance glass fibers by trade name Semfil has been developed and used. The alkali resistance fiber reinforced concrete shows a considerable improvement in durability when compared to the concrete e-glass fiber. Carbon perhaps possesses a very high tensile strength, about 2110 to 2815 Newton per mm square and Young's modulus. It has been reported that the cement composite made with the carbon fibers as a reinforcement will have a very high modulus of elasticity and also the flexural strength. The limited studies have shown a good durability. The use of carbon fibers for structure like cladding panels and shell will have a promising future. Okay, so these are all the characteristics of each fiber and where can use it. So remember the types of fiber: steel fiber, carbon fiber, asbestos fiber, glass fiber, and polypropylene and nylon fibers. So what are their characteristics and where we can use it, that is mentioned. Just go through that. And what are the factors affecting the properties of fiber reinforced concrete? So this is very important. The fiber reinforced concrete is a composite material containing the fibers in the cement matrix in any orderly manner or randomly distributed manner. Its properties would obviously depend upon the efficient transfer of stress between matrix and the fibers, which is largely dependent on the type of fiber, fiber geometry, fiber cement orientation and distribution of the fibers, mixing, compaction techniques, and size and shape of the aggregate. So we'll study one by one. Relative fiber mix stiffness. The modulus elasticity of a matrix must much lower than rate of fiber for efficient stress transfer. Low modulus of fibers such as nylons, polypropylene are therefore unlikely to give the strength improvement, but they help in the absorption of a large energy. Therefore, impart a greater degree of toughness and resist to impact. So if you want a high impact strength, then you can go for using a nylon and polypropylene. High modulus fibers such as steel, glass, and carbon impart a strength and stiffness to the composite. Interfacial bond between the matrix and the fiber also determine the effectiveness of the stress transfer from the matrix to the fiber. A good bond is essential for improving the tensile strength of the composite. The interfacial bond could be improved by a larger area of contact, improving the frictional properties and degree of gripping, and by treating the steel fiber with the sodium hydroxide and acetone. So the matrix stiffness. Okay, the matrix stiffness of the fiber is also considered. Next, volume of the fiber. The volume is length, width, and the height. The strength of a composite largely depends upon the quantity of fibers used. The effect of volume on the toughness and the strength is shown in the figures 12.5 and 12.6. It can be seen that from 12.6 that the increase in the volume of fiber increase approximately linearly the tensile strength and the toughness of the composite. So if we increase the volume, for example, if you use 1 kg, then the lesser strength. If we increase the 2 kg, then they will give a good strength. Like this, if we increase in the volume of the fibers, you will get the good, not good strength. See, percentage of fibers 0.5 ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ I will get the this much strength, and 1% ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ this much strength. Okay, so however you increase the volume of the fiber, you will get the good strength. And aspect ratio of the fiber, that is length to diameter ratio. Another important factor which influence the properties and the behavior of the composite is the aspect ratio of the fiber. It has been reported that up to aspect ratio 75, increase in the aspect ratio increases the ultimate strength of the concrete linearly. Beyond the 75, relative strength and the toughness is reduced. So the up to aspect ratio of 75 is preferred for the fiber reinforced concrete. And next is orientation of fibers. One of the difference between conventional reinforcement and fiber reinforcement is that conventional reinforcement bar are oriented in the direction desired, while fibers are randomly oriented. Okay, so you can see in reinforcement in RCC, the bars are horizontally placed, but here randomly oriented. To see the effect of randomness, mortar specimens reinforced with a 0.5% volume of fibers were tested. In one set specimens, fibers were aligned in the direction of the load, and in another in the direction perpendicular to that load, and in the third randomly distribution. It was observed that the fibers aligned parallel to applied load offered more tensile strength and toughness than randomly distributed and perpendicular fibers. Okay, so they have made some concrete specimen in that they have aligned some of the specimens are placed parallel to the load, and some of the specimens with the fibers consisting to the perpendicular to the load and randomly distributed. But the parallelly distributed load has given a good tensile strength. And next, workability and compaction of the concrete. Incorporation of steel fiber decreases the workability considerably. Okay, if you put the fibers into the concrete, the workability of a concrete is going to reduces. So we studied what is workability in the previous videos. This situation adversely affects the consolidation of the fresh mix. Even prolonged external vibration fails to compact the concrete. The fiber volume at which this situation is reached depends upon the length and diameter of the fiber. Another consequence of poor workability is non-uniform distribution of the fiber. Like if you put randomly, then also the workability of a concrete is going to reduces. The workability and compaction standard of the mix is improved through the increased water cement ratio or by the use of some kind of water reducing admixtures. And next is size of coarse aggregate. Several investigations recommended that maximum size of the coarse aggregate should be restricted to 10 mm to avoid the appreciable reduction in the strength of composite. Fibers also in effect acts as the aggregate. Although they have a simple geometry, their influence on the properties of a fresh composite is complex. So they said that the fibers will also act as a aggregate. The interparticle frictions between fibers and the aggregate control the orientation and distribution of the fibers, and consequently the properties of a composite, friction reducing admixtures and admixture that improve the cohesiveness of the mix can significantly affect the concrete. So the size of a concrete aggregate is considered while doing the those factors are considered doing the fiber reinforced concrete. Okay, and mixing is also considered, how to mix this concretes. So that is also considered while doing the while mixing the concrete. Okay, so these are the important factors which are considered for the fiber reinforced concrete. Okay, so study this. So what are the fibers used, and what are the factors affecting the concrete? That is all asked for the examination. Okay, thank you all of you. In the next session we'll see another type of a concrete. Thank you.